y'all, welcome back to another video. I'm Savannah and today I'm actually in my friend's barn and I will be taking one of her young horses to a stadium lesson today because she couldn't, so she asked me to. So hey, why not jump some? It's been a hot minute since I've really been jumping a lot, so I'm sure it will be an interesting time. I'm pretty green to jumping and I'm going to be jumping a green horse, which isn't always a super awesome combination, but you know, whatever, we're here to have fun and learn, so oh well. So the horse I'll be jumping today is actually Teddy, and I've made a video with him a while back and he has come such a long way. His flat work is so good now. I'm so excited, and this will be his third ever jump schooling and third ever jump lesson, I guess you could say. I did cross country with him last week and he was super good, and then a couple weeks before that I did his first stadium, so this will be like his second official stadium. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, look at the lurchers. They're like, lurchers everywhere. Hi, here's Teddy with hay in his hair. Hi Bubba, you ready to jump today? Huh? You ready to be a jumping pony today? So I'm going to turn out his friend Plato here, and then we're going to tack him up and load him on my trailer. All tacked up and ready to go. We've got our boots on. With him, I ride M. Toulouse saddle with a Lemieux pad with extra rear risers on it because I like how it makes his saddle fit a little bit. Like the seat is a little bit flatter here where it was kind of tipping back. He also goes in a running. We had him in a running, so we jump him in a running because he is a hunt horse, so we try to keep everything the same on him. Also, my friend's a really big Alabama fan, so yeah, there you go. For all you Alabama fans out there. So I'm about to put a cooler on him because it's pretty cold and it's misty outside, and load him in the trailer. I honestly don't know how he's gonna like, come on, getting in my trailer because last time he didn't really want to go in. I don't think he's been in a straight load ever, except for the last time I rode him. So this might be interesting. Teddy, come on. Look, the bane of my existence. Horses don't like straight loads.
Hey guys, I just figured I would explain this really quick because I'm sure for a lot of people that don't really know what they're looking at, it looks like I'm just like beating a horse into the trailer. So I actually have a lunge line ran through the trailer that's hooked to his halter, and I'm only using it to keep his head pointed in the trailer, and I'm actually just kind of pushing him in with the lead rope that I'm using to apply pressure to his butt. And if you notice, every time he makes an effort to go in the trailer, I leave him alone for a second and I tell him he's a good boy. And this just encourages him to get on the trailer, and basically this is how I teach my horses to self-load, because I do have a straight load and it's really annoying going through the escape door and tying them up and yada 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 when I just generally will lead them up and I like for them to step on. He would not let me lead him on, as you saw earlier, so this is just kind of the way that I teach them to just go on themselves. And this is actually about a week ago, and I'm happy to say that he now walks up in the trailer no problem. So I don't recommend this to anyone who hasn't ever done it before, because there's definitely a potential that you could be giving them mixed signals and you can actually create a problem when a problem isn't there. I'm sure the trailer was just kind of confusing and hard for him to understand, because I honestly don't think he'd ever been in a straight load before, and his normal trailer actually has a ramp, so it was kind of hard for him to get the picture.
Well, that was special. He kind of gave me a little trouble last time, so I'm not really surprised he did that. Unfortunately for him, though, Betty didn't like loading the trailer when I first got her, so I kind of figured out how to load them. So, yeah, a few more trailer rides and he'll be able to self-load on his own. We made it, and we can really see how wet and windy it is outside right now. So this ought to be fun. Young horse, and it's cold. Just kidding. He's gonna be really good. He's a baby with a brain, right? Today will be the day I fall off. We were talking about tack earlier, showing you all the tack I ride in. Again, here we go. The Aragon steel or silver, German silver, whatever you want to call it. Super biased to them. He rides in one as well. He also hunts in this, which is super cool. And I also use a drop on him because he's pretty mouthy and he likes to open his mouth to evade the bit a lot and will stick his neck up. So yeah, this is the setup I have on him.
Hey guys, it's me again. I just wanted to do a little voiceover of some of these clips I got from our jump school. If you noticed, I try very hard to stay out of his way. We think it's really important that horses find their own distances, so here you'll see I give him plenty of rein, and I'm just standing in 2-point, just staying out of his way and letting him just figure stuff out on his own. You'll see sometimes I come into the jumps a little underpowered. He's a pretty backwards-minded horse and is pretty lazy, so I actually have to work really hard to keep him going forward. So after we got the hang of the 1-stride, we added the 2-stride grid that you'll see me go through. And here we came in a little underpowered, and he really wanted to run that right shoulder in. And there where he was throwing his head up, I was just correcting him, not letting him just dive to the right, because that's what we had been doing when we first went through that little grid there. So here we come on our second little grid, which is a 2-stride. And I came in pretty underpowered here, which I'm sure you can tell. And so my trainer made me go back and do it again. And here I'm staying out of his way, just letting him figure things out. And again, see, he wanted to throw that right shoulder in and just kind of dart around to the right, and I wouldn't let him. And so he kind of got a little upset that I wasn't letting him just dive in. And here we came a little more power and kind of got a weird funky distance there. And so we got to do it again. And here it is the second go, just a little bit better. I was a little bit in his face on that, and in the video you can actually hear me say, "Sorry, Teddy." So my bad on that one. And here is the fun moment where he said, no, that's a little bit too much for me. And so my trainer came up and lowered the pole for us to go over. He kind of has the tendency to kind of want to stop and look at all the jumps. He's really used to the more natural colored jumps and the natural looking jumps from the hunt field, and this is only his second time seeing actual colorful sticks on a standard. So, you know, we just keep an open mind, tell him good boy for doing it, and as you see, we just go right back around to it, and she sets the jump back up for us at, I think, maybe a hole lower, just to kind of set us up for more for success here, because he is green, and so we want to do the best we can to make it a positive experience. And as you can see here, he kind of looks at it a second and then goes over, and I pet him and tell him how good of a boy he is and how brave he is. And then later we move on to the rest of our course that we originally had started with, and he gets a little distracted here by the awkward angles, and then doesn't see the next one coming up and kind of fumbles over himself. Just some, you know, green mistakes. And here we fix our lead. And then we head over to the planks, which he kind of gets a weird distance to, I think. Yeah, and just kind of goes over it, which I was super happy with and told him he was a good boy. And I was super proud of him. And this is actually at the end. We jumped a corner, and she asked me if I wanted to do anything extra, and I asked her if I could go back and jump that cross rail oxer, and she let me, and he was absolutely perfect, and so I was so happy with it.
Alright, Cullingham Outpost lesson. He was awesome. We had a lot of green moments, but overall he figured them out really, really well. And some green moments on my part. There were a couple stops, which is normal for him because he is so green. I just have to learn how to sit back and just add leg, you know, story of your life, add leg. You're such a good lad. Yes, you're a good lad. Here, you want a sugar? You keep creeping. You creeping. Here, eat the sugar. It's gonna be kind of hard to eat it with that drop on, but you can manage. What a good boy. What a good boy. All right, so I have Teddy Bear tied up in the trailer, and he's got his cooler on. I'm actually gonna go help the higher jumping people that come in after us set fences, and help the instructor set fences for them because they set fences for me. Gotta give a little to get a little. So he's gonna just sit here for a little while and think about what just happened in his life. Right, I have Teddy Bear loaded up. I forgot to put it on video, but I just did the same thing and he walked right on. I didn't even have to touch him with a lead rope, which is nice. I think I might just end up teaching him how to self-load for future reference because, yeah, that's just kind of what I do with all my horses that go on the straight load. So, yeah. I just dropped Teddy off. I went ahead and put his blanket back on and turned him out. I have no idea where he went. But that was really fun. So, like I said, third jump school. I'm not disappointed. There were some green moments there. I didn't get everything on camera, unfortunately, but he had some really, really good moments. If you saw, there was a corner in that little arena. He jumped the corner no problem, and he had a little trouble with the rock wall that was there, but we booted him over it, and he got over it no problem from a standstill. And then after that, he jumped it just fine. Like I said, he's green. I'm green. We got a little figuring out to do, but hey, I am not disappointed in that. So I look forward to hopefully being able to do it more and maybe take him like cross-country schooling, like off property, but not there off property, like a real course. That would be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy seeing that not everyone is perfect and all horses start somewhere. And I look forward to showing you guys what he looks like in a few months. So until next time, bye.